Good evening, children. We are so excited and happy to see you all. So let's begin this program with a small welcome note by our dear Tarunya ma'am.
A very good evening to all of you present here. Respected Senior Principal Dr. Dakshayani Kalla, Principal Suryavadi, Director Ms. Aishida, and my dear colleagues and all of our alumni. I feel deeply honored standing here today as well as very nostalgic at getting the privilege of welcoming you all here. It's been so many years. I still remember our first batch in 2015. Your faces are still so fresh. Dear children, a very warm welcome to all of you to this Alumni Meet of Harvest International School. I really appreciate this idea of Alumni Meet, which creates a special bonding between the students who have passed out and who have still pursued their education in the big outside world. I believe an Alumni Meet is a perfect platform for you to meet your peers and teachers and revive the contacts. Due to this special pandemic situation, we had to make it virtually still. The school began in 2010 and we started with the best faculty, experts, support staff. In 2015, it got successfully upgraded to +2 levels. And I feel proud to say that over the years, we have scaled further heights of success and glory, earning a credible name in the education field. Our past results have shown that our academic graph has been steadily going up. We have embarked on a mission to empower all sections of society with the light of knowledge. Our concern has wide parameters such as making our students good citizens at the level of city, nation, state, in fact, the entire globe. Our concern is whether we as teachers can create the qualities in you of respect, empathy, love, tolerance, honesty, and above all, humanity. Harvest International School was always set for its higher goals to attain. The management, especially Chairman Sir, our Principal Ma'am, and Vice Principals, and all other teachers are striving to attain perfection, and it's a long process. This meeting organized today is for us to get together, think, and show our concern, and for you to give your true opinion about when and where we could have improved, and also to celebrate our achievements. So once again, I welcome you, dear children, although it's been so long, it seems that it was yesterday. Faces are still very fresh for me. I'm delighted to see you people and request you all to enjoy the evening and live the moment. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tarunya ma'am. Dear children, let us pray to the Almighty to guide our steps and grow in wisdom and love. Let us light the lamp with a small prayer.
Shubham kurutvam kalyanam arogyam dhanasampadah. Shubham kurutvam kalyanam arogyam dhanasampadah. Shatru buddhi vinashaya deepajyotir namostute. Deepajyotir namostute. Shubham kurutvam kalyanam arogyam dhanasampadah.
We are not fond of rules. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. But the only thing you can't do is to ignore them because they change things. They push the human race forward. And while some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius because the ones who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Steve Jobs. Yes, my dear children, we hope at Harvest we've been able to nurture your talents, your potentials, and help you to achieve your dreams, to pursue them with passion, and help you lead a career of your choice. We hope we have inculcated in you a love for learning, made you understand the difference between information and knowledge and wisdom. We hope that we have helped you to dream big and follow your heart. I now call upon our dear Senior Principal, Dr. Dakshayani Kalla, to address the gathering.
Good evening, everybody. It's wonderful to see you all See, I haven't prepared any, speech or any address for that matter. I'll tell you from the bottom of my heart what I feel today. I got my daughter married 3 years back. She went to her mother-in-law's place. And when she came home for the first time, I was nostalgic. I had my own kind of apprehensions of how she has been outside and she has come home today. That's the feeling I'm getting today. Because I haven't seen you since 3 years. And even when you were here, I don't think we interacted too much as your teachers interacted with you. But believe me, that feeling that is there in me today is to look at you and then, call you and then talk to you. And that's how I'm feeling today. Basically, remember, children, wherever you are, it's from the bottom of our hearts that we wish you the best. We might have scolded you, we might have pushed you, we might have troubled you to do well, but definitely it is with a good intent. I don't know if we have hurt you anywhere or if we have not helped enough to get your dream come true. But end of the day, believe us, we are all there to help you, and we really love you, and we look forward for your achievements and you being happy in life. That is the feeling that we have today. Uh, we are all proud because we keep tracks. Tarunya and Timsi are the ones who keep on telling us that this child has got into this college and done this. And each one of you, when you achieve something, we feel so proud of it as though we have achieved it ourselves. I hope that you also remember us, once in a while, even if it is for cribbing, saying that they did this. But I'm sure that you will all remember your teachers and your school wherever you are. And I'm sure that all of you are happy and you're doing what you wanted to do always. I don't know how your experiences have been outside. I'm not saying Harvest is the best place, but when you go to college, the kind of experience that you get in a college is entirely different from what you get in school. I hope you agree with it because you're all grown up. You're treated as grown-ups. Here you're treated as children, and you have been pampered, you've been scolded, whereas there you're treated as adults. That is the difference. I hope you found nice professors, nice environment to study whatever you want to, and good friends, and you still are keeping in touch with your old friends. And I'm very, very sure that each one of you will be a star. We are looking forward for that day when we hear that you've achieved whatever it is. It could be academic, it could be, in anything that you do. It is not only restricted to academics, anywhere. Believe us, we definitely will be there anytime you want. I'm very, very sure that each one of you have a lot of potential to do whatever you want. Keep pursuing your dream, keep networking, keep in touch with everybody, and that's what is going to help you tomorrow, especially in terms of this year, where we are all restricted to our own homes and not going out. I can imagine what you're all going through. Probably you all have your online classes, but then you will miss going out, meeting friends, etc. I think these are the opportunities when you're going to take over and talk to each other, and then express your feelings to each other. Another thing that you could do as an alumni association is probably some of the decisions that you made when you were 10th or 12th regarding either selection of subjects, selection of colleges, whatever. You might have done a lot of research and you might have really, found it difficult to get the information. And when you get into that college, then only you'll realize what you've gotten into, whether you have really liked it or you haven't liked it, or you feel that you could have done something else. Regarding the same, remember your juniors who are there in the school right now are also going through that phase. They're trying to figure out what they want to do. They're trying to do some research and find out what they want to do. And your advice will be really, really helpful for them also. So you as Alumni Association can always have a webinar and have some kind of activities where you will tell them what will be good for them because you have first-hand experience of all these things. So let us keep in touch. Let us enjoy at least twice in a year. Let us meet up and find out how each other are doing. And I'm looking forward to have you all of you at school once and then see how best we can meet. I don't know how far it is possible, but it is definitely an aspiration from our side. Yeah. Look forward. Thank you so much. Thank you, Timsu and Tarunya, for making this happen. Thank you, children, for being here. I look forward to you talking. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for those beautiful words. Okay, so next we'll go to a small video bring in nostalgia. Here we go. Okay, so next, we're all very excited to know about the choices you've all made in your life, your experiences that you would like to share with us. I would like to ask Suchita to share her experience and take this forward. Yes, Suchita.
Good evening, everyone. Hi. So, I actually did science in my 11th and 12th in Harvest. So, my combination was PCBC. But after that, I took up commerce. So, I did BCom in a specialization with finance and accounts. So, it has been a complete mainstream change. But I would say that it's not that difficult to catch up. I actually did the change because I could not take a specific combination. Like, for example, right now for the education policy that we have, you can take up any combination, that's great. But we didn't have that option, so I couldn't take up few of the subjects that I wanted to. So I took up commerce, and doing that, I came through a course called business analytics. So we did few software training and software applications, and I did certain certifications later. So going forward, I'm gonna do a master's in data science or data analytics. Yeah, so that's my experience.
Thank you, Suchita. That's very interesting. Yeah, next. Okay, Shrestha. Yeah.
Good evening to one and all present here. It's a privilege for me to be here, and I'd like to thank the teachers for organizing this alumni meet. I'm so glad to see all my classmates and my seniors and my juniors and my teachers here today. I'm so glad. And well, in 11th and 12th in Harvest, I took up PCMB, and I took a gap year after that to pursue my undergraduation in Canada. So I took a gap year for two reasons. One being I wanted to work my way through this whole Canada thing all by myself. I didn't want to go through a consultant because this was my journey. So I wanted to really be a part of it completely. And the second reason being I just wanted time for myself because school is hectic in itself. And I think before moving on to another phase of my life, I just wanted to take a break and spend time with my family and just unwind and learn new things. So my gap year was great. I did 3 online courses from edX. So I did 2 data science courses from the Harvard University, and I did 1 psychology course from the University of Queensland, Australia. I also learned how to drive. I went on mini vacations with my family, and it was all great. And alongside all this, I was tirelessly working every day to get into my universities. So there was a list of 100 that I made, and I had to zero it down to 3. And by the grace of God, I got into all 3 of the universities, namely University of Toronto, University of Waterloo, and University of Victoria. And to my amazement, I've also been awarded a $1 lakh scholarship from the University of Toronto. Each year 50 students get it, and I'm so thankful to be one among those 50. I also got a 2,000 Canadian dollar scholarship from the University of Waterloo. But for reasons said and unsaid, I decided to go ahead with the University of Waterloo because even with my $1 lakh scholarship, University of Toronto being #1 in Canada is just way too expensive. And I just, for various reasons, I decided on Waterloo, and everything was done. I was going to pursue my co-op in honors life sciences, and I was majoring in psychology. Like, everything was done, all the procedures and all the things, but in the end moment, COVID came our way, and I had to drop my plans. I had to, in the last minute, with the greatest difficulty, drop this idea, and I didn't know what to do next. Like, my entire year's efforts and everything just came to a full stop. I didn't know what to do ahead. I just froze for good some time, but then I realized that life goes on and you have to go on too, and you can't just stop there and just sit and keep grieving. So I had to take a decision. I had to take a call. So I had 2 choices. I had Christ and I had JNC. I really never looked through the colleges here because I always was striving for Canada, but by the time I applied to Christ, the deadline had passed. So the only option was JNC, and I was not in the mindset to take a decision because I am just going through something that probably no one can ever understand, even if I explain. And I had to make a choice, and it had to be a quick one because I didn't have time to waste. And and then in JNC, I came across this course known as BSc PJCS, which is Psychology, Journalism, and Computer Science. And to my surprise, I actually liked it because in India, it's very rare you find a BSc for psychology. It's mostly a BA, and I wanted to take BSc because I did science in 11th and 12th. And I went ahead with that, just not knowing what to expect. I went into it thinking that, okay, now this is all that I have, and let's make the best use of it. But now when I look back, I am thankful that it was the only option because I wouldn't go for anything else. I absolutely love the course, and I've made an amazing set of new friends, teachers, and I just love everything about JNC, and I'm so glad for this whole journey. I mean, it was a dream that was short-lived, but I'm glad I get to call it mine and something that I've lived and experienced. And obviously all my teachers, my family, my friends, everyone had experienced it and saw the dream with me. But I will be pursuing it in my post-graduation. So I'll give my best here in India for my UG, and I will go ahead with Canada in my post-graduation. And yes, so that is my story, and I hope it inspires and encourages someone here. So thank you so much for this opportunity, and I hope we have a great time ahead.
Thank you, Shrestha, and thank you for sharing your experience. This means so much to many people, actually, isn't it? Sometimes the plans that we have, maybe God has a bigger plan for us,
Yes,
isn't it?
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's beautiful. Thank you, Shrestha, for sharing your experience. Akul, you can share your experience with us. You took something that was very different, isn't it, from mainstream sports management and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so in 11th and 12th, I decided to take science because I still didn't know what I was going to do afterwards. And I just wanted a bit of a larger safety net so I'm not stuck in either commerce or arts. So I took science. It was pretty hard. Um, then, I mean, like, because I was passionate about football, like, throughout my 2 years over here in Harvest. And that's why after I finished 12th grade, I passed and I thought I would take a gap year for football just to see how far I could go, like in India, without any studies pulling me back. So I got selected in my gap year. I got selected for a team in Delhi for I League, and that's I was playing under 19 I League. That's like the highest division for football in India. And just before the league started, they weren't able to register me because I was an American citizen. So, and I got to know this like after like three-fourths of my gap year was already done. So it was another setback. And then I decided that, I mean, like I had pretty much decided that I wanted to have football as a part of my life in the future, whether it be I'm playing or I'm on the side as like in the business side of football. So I decided that I would go to US and study over there because I'm already a US citizen. So then I applied to colleges, but it was already pretty late because normally you have to apply towards October or November. But I got to know that I was going to go to US pretty late. So I was only able to apply to colleges with rolling admission. I got into Ohio State, but that was again, I wouldn't be able to go for the first semester. I would have to take another 6 months off and I would have to go during the spring. And my mom was not ready for that. Then I got into Methodist University on a 50% scholarship. And I got into I got into UCF, University of Central Florida. And I chose to go to Methodist because I was practically guaranteed a spot on their soccer team, and they offered me a 50% scholarship, so that was my half of my tuition was paid for, and that seemed like the smartest choice at the time. So I went to Methodist for 1 year, and it was great. It was an amazing year. Like that's when I decided I would sports management. That's when I like properly found out what the course was, like when I was experiencing it over there. And a lot of the classes interested me, so I have a pretty good GPA right now. Like out of a 4.0, I have a 3.6. So and then after my first year at Methodist, I decided that I would transfer to Rutgers in New Jersey because I lived in New Jersey before, and Rutgers has a really good master's program in sports management, and they also play Division I soccer in the Big Ten. So I get to compete against schools like Harvard and Stanford. So I applied to them in the start of my second semester, like in January when I was in my old university, and I got by April I got to know that I got accepted. So that's when so after 1 year, I left Methodist and I transferred over to Rutgers. And in my first semester, I decided that I would take a minor also. So I was majoring in sports management and I have a minor in business administration. So yeah, and yeah, that's it. I'm done with, this is now my third year of college is starting. Yeah.
That's amazing, Akul. Amazing. So we've got a whole lot of fighters here, isn't it? Yeah. So with the initial setbacks, you guys still managed to pull through. We're so proud of you.
Yeah, and they're doing extremely well, you know.
Yes,
yes. Definitely, yeah.
Thank you, Akul. Next, we have Vishal.
Good evening, teachers. Good evening, everyone present here. Can you hear me?
Yes, Vishal.
Yeah, so in 11th and 12th, I took PCMC, and it was hard in the beginning, but I managed to get through it with help of teachers, of course. now I'm pursuing law. I'm in third year of law, and it's something completely different, of course. But I wasn't really interested in engineering or anything related to science. So just to keep my options open, I'd taken it in 11th and 12th. So now I'm pursuing law, and it's a integrated course for 5 years, and I'm doing it in Christ University. So it's a mix of BBA and LLB. So right now we're done with the management subjects. So right now I'm starting to get into the main law aspects of it, and it's quite interesting. And Christ University provides a lot of opportunities to attend moot competitions, client counseling, ADR. ADR is alternate dispute resolution. So these are all competitions that can help you in the future. So arguing and coming up with points that can help you with your clients is important, and all these competitions help you with that. So that's what I've been doing. Yeah, that's all I can say.
Thank you, Vishal. Do we have Kasturi online?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Kasturi.
Good
Yes.
evening.
Good evening.
Hi, how are you all? It's so nice to see you all here. And Sucheta, Sheshta, Akul, and Vishal who spoke. You guys spoke really nicely. And congrats on everything that you've achieved and all the best for the future. But so basically, right now, I'm in my 4th year of engineering. I took PCMB in school, and with the initial mindset to either do engineering or medicine, like the typical Indian choices that we have. And for some reason, I was more pushed into engineering at that point. So when I got a computer science seat at PES University, everyone was like, okay, there's no thinking back. Computer is the most sought after, so you should definitely take it. So I took it, but I think midway through, like my first year, I realized that biology was always my passion and something that I always wanted to do. So I took a very unconventional route of changing my major from during my 2nd year of college to biotechnology, which is what I'm currently doing. And I'm in my 4th year, and I'm so thankful I did that. And I took that leap of faith and just took biotechnology because it's something that I enjoy a lot. And the opportunities that have been presented with me so far have been great. And I hope to do my master's next year if everything goes to plan. So right now it's the whole application process that's going on. And hopefully I'll probably do my master's in epidemiology, public health. So that's something I'm really interested in. And or drug design, which is I'm looking at 2 different courses in different universities. But I would say so far everything has been great, apart from a few minor setbacks that I'm sure all of us face, and the whole whether what you're doing is right or wrong, and second guessing every choice that you make. That's something that everyone just has to go through on their own. But I have full confidence and faith for those of you who have not yet decided what you want to do, that you'll find out and you'll be just all right and everything's going to be okay. So just like keep doing what you do and enjoy yourself, and more importantly, like don't let other people impose their dreams on you, or don't let it seem like something that has a lot of scope is something that you're meant to do. Just take your leap of faith, do what you actually love, because then you'll really start enjoying it, and then you'll really start doing good at it. And that's what I've learned throughout my course. And so I hope like whoever's in that process of figuring out what they want to do, I hope you find out and achieve your dreams soon enough. And I hope you're all staying safe. That's it.
Thank you, Kasturi. I mean, I don't understand the fields. I mean, I don't understand the names of the courses that you're pursuing. But then you guys have so many choices, isn't it? So it'll be nice if you can tell the other, I mean, your juniors about these courses and things like that, because we don't have much knowledge on these new courses and stuff that has come into the market. So it'll be very nice if you can keep in touch with your juniors.
Yeah, sure. So, So Dipali is my junior in college, but unfortunately we haven't had the chance to interact yet, because by the time she came into my department, college shut because of COVID, I think, if I'm not wrong. So basically biotechnology is like both core biology as well as the technical aspect of it, which is like building machines, knowing how they work, large scale industry processes, and just like it's a mix of both engineering aspect as well as the biological aspect of the field. So I would say like whereas doctors focus mainly on prescribing the drugs and identifying the disease or infection, we try to know how the drugs work, make the drugs, the method in which the drugs are administered into your body, build machines for said drugs, build the industrial processes for all of these medical things to like go through, like large scale industries. And we also research on the various diseases and how they take place and what we can do to prevent, control them, things like that. So there's two major domains, which is the technical aspect and the biological aspect, and this is very essentially like combining the two. So it's a very interesting field, especially for those who don't just want a core biology degree, which is like a BSc in biology or something like that. This combines the two. It has a lot of like physics and chemistry involved, and like a lot of chemical engineering subjects too, but it also has like subjects like microbiology, genetics, and stuff like that, which is a very up and coming field. So you have a wide range of subjects that you can choose from and subjects that you'll be interested in. So along like your 3 years, so in India, how it works is engineering is the first year for most colleges is like a common year where you all do the same subjects. So you'll be exposed to like 1 or 2 subjects from each department, and then from your second year onwards is when you actually enter your department and start doing subject specific to that. So during like your 3 years in your department, you'll be exposed to a lot of different subjects and domains. And something that I really enjoyed was genetics, drug development, and there's a subject called in silico drug development, which is basically manufacturing of drugs and checking for their compatibility and stuff like that in your body online, like using system software. So it's in biotechnology, there's a term called wet lab and a dry lab. So wet lab is where you actually go into a lab, work on your stuff and like your cultures and stuff. And dry lab is where you can use a computer to do a lot of these processes. So although I've enjoyed both aspects, I think something about drug design really stuck with me. Like just the whole concept was really cool and nice to learn. And another such subject was genetics, like just genetically modifying things, genetic engineering, how you can modify so many organisms to administer into your body to work as drugs or things like that. So all the concepts that you learn are very, very interesting only if you enjoy the subject. So I would say that if you really enjoy biology and like want to do something engineering in the field of engineering, this is something you should definitely consider. But if you're iffy about biology in general, then this is something that maybe you should not pursue. And as for my master's course, which I'm interested in, which is a master's in public health epidemiology. Basically, epidemiology refers to studying various populations and the spread of diseases and how they affect different economical backgrounds and things like that, and how drugs can be administered or more, and health policies, things like that. So just the whole concept of learning everything from what the disease does to how it impacts population seemed really interesting to me, and especially in the light of this whole world pandemic that we're all going through, was it became very evident that this is something that I would definitely want to pursue and like contribute to in the future. So that's why I chose it. And if any of you have any doubts regarding like if this is something you want to do, you can always call me or email me, and you can even ask Tarunya ma'am or someone. They'll have my number too if you don't want to like approach me straight away, but I'll be really glad to help any of you.
Thank you so much, Kasturi. Thank you.
No problem, ma'am.
Thank you. Next, we have Mahinder. Mahinder, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Hello, everyone. I did PCMC in my 11th and 12th, not knowing what I'm going to do in the future. So after my 12th exam, I somehow managed to like pass 12th. That's the great thing again. After my 12th, I went to my dad and I was like, Dad, what are you doing? And he was like, I am building a resort. So I was looking for an option which would do with my dad's business and me doing basically something to do with my business. I joined hospitality. There was this college called École Hôtelière de Lausanne in Lavassa. I joined that, and 3 months down the line, I was like, this is not my piece of cake. And I completed the first semester, and then I left, I quit. And then I was like, what do I do now? And I somehow landed up in Mumbai, and there's this college called ISME, and they were open for internships. And I applied for internship, I got into that. I did marketing, and I handled the whole, I took charge of a whole summer school program over there. So that's how I figured out that business management is something I want to do. So I ended up joining the same college. So it's called ISME. The main core subjects are business, finance, marketing, and entrepreneurship. The first year was fun. Basics, and the second year just started. I'm in the end of third sem. In the first year, I came up with my own startup. I had my own startup. It was called Tapu, which basically dealt with teaching students finance from 9th grade to 12th grade. Because in India, finance is a subject they don't teach. So 3-4 months of the startup, someone approached me and they're like, "We want to buy your startup." And I was like, "Why not?" At a fair valuation, I sold off my startup. Now again, I'm working on 3 other ideas. I am planning to come up with an NGO. I am planning to have a solar farm of my own, and I am also planning to open a manufacturing unit. Hopefully, 2-3 years down the line, I am successful in doing all of these. So yeah, that's been my journey. These are the 3 years I spent after harvest.
Perfect. I'm so proud of you. Okay, Tanushree. Hi, Tanushree.
Hi, ma'am. Good evening.
Good
Thank you
evening.
for organizing this. It's so great to see everyone after so long.
Thank you.
So, I was in Harvest till 10th grade, and then I took commerce. So I went to Dean's Academy, and it was a decision that kind of shocked everyone because everyone expected that I will take science. And a lot of people told me to take science, don't leave science. But I was pretty sure that I don't want to do engineering, medical, or anything science related. And in fact, I had my mindset on design, which is what I'm doing right now. So I'm a second year design student, and my department is fashion. And it's not as easy as everyone thinks. It's very hectic. Like right now also, my room, there's a storm in my room. There's cloth on the floor on my bed. My mannequin is right here. Like I've been working all day, so I have assignments, and it's really hectic. And the worst part is it's not very easy to fix. So yeah, so you have to be really, really good with it, and you need to use your resources wisely, especially right now, because it's not easy to get everything. It was really difficult for me also to get all my materials to continue my course, and it's a practical course, so it really, really is hard, especially right now. So yeah, so if anyone ever wants to take up design, then they should be sure and they should be really passionate about it, because if you're not, you'll quit within like the first few months. And if you quit after that, you're making a mistake. So you would have wasted a lot of time by then. So you need to be really sure about design. And also there was this one point this year in January where I just had a breakdown, and I told my parents that I don't want to continue design. It's getting too much for me. I don't think I have that creativity. And I started comparing myself to the others, like my batchmates and my seniors. And I was like, they're too creative. How do they get it? Where do they get it? And, I was just not able to see it at that point. My father reassured me. He's like, this is what you wanted to do. I mean, I had decided this since 3rd grade, which is very early. And at that time, I was just a kid. But then I had my mind set on it. And I think by 8th grade, I think everyone knew that I wanted to get into design. So my dad was like, you've been on to this since a very young, age. And now don't quit. You get inspiration from anywhere. And that's what our teachers actually talk about. You need to look for inspiration from anywhere. Like I could see a print and I could get some or the other type of inspiration. You just need to see it. So you need to really work. You really want to see it. So you really need to be really passionate about design to take it up further.
It's a very creative field, I understand.
Very.
All the best, Tanushree.
Thank you, ma'am.
I can see Sanjay. Sanjay, hi. Yes, Sanjay, share some of your experiences. I'm sure it's going to be very interesting.
Okay. So I did science. I did PCMC in 11th and 12th. So I was fairly interested in computer science, so I decided to take up software engineering, and I'm doing it in RMIT in Melbourne. Yeah, so basically I haven't actually been to uni much. It's been like 4 months, then I was stuck at home due to COVID. So it hasn't been a true uni experience so far. I mean, not what I expected. I'm almost done with my second year's first semester by now. So basically, I've been at home more than I've actually been at uni. So quite frustrating on that end, but uni has been nice. It challenges you much more than, well, I'm sorry to say, but challenges you more than school does. Because you're mostly left with work that you actually have to do instead of people actually helping you out. They give you like 10% of the work, and they expect like insane amount of work to be put into it. So it's quite difficult on that end, but otherwise it's really fun.
All the best, Sanjay.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Hi, Aditya, the young doctor in the making.
Hello, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes.
So basically, it's been a good experience as far as college is concerned. But the one thing I would like to say is that if anyone's trying to pursue a course in MBBS, you shouldn't take it because you have an interest in biology or because you don't like computer. Because if you do it with such intentions in mind, trust me, it's going to be really hard for you and you will not appreciate the course at all. Another thing which I would like to add is when you're doing the course, always make sure that you have a hobby because you will go insane eventually with all the record work. If you think 11th and 12th has too much record work with your science subjects, trust me, this is a different ballpark altogether. So that's another thing you keep in mind. And the professors are pretty cutthroat. If they don't like your diagrams or it doesn't look like the way it needs to look, they will tell it to you on your face. They will not say, oh, it's okay and I'll give you grace marks. It doesn't work that way. So apart from that, what I would like to say is that when you're applying for counseling, as far as my NEET was concerned, I had 3 exams, which was NEET, JIPMA and AIMS. But I think from this year, it's only NEET. There's no JIPMA and AIMS anymore. So personally, I feel like the competition is going to be a little lesser when you come from the colleges which are under NEET point of view, because the high-ranking students would be taking AIMS and JIPMA first. And as far as I think the biggest question which I had when I was applying to colleges were whether I should take a government college or a private college. And to be honest, it's not much of a difference. It's your personal choice at the end of the day. Although everything on Google says that government colleges are better and stuff like that, it doesn't work that way. It's up to you. And wherever you go, you need to make the most of it. So that's as far as it goes for me.
And you're happy?
It's stressful. I wouldn't say the hype which I had while going to college is still there. It's really stressful. But yeah, I am enjoying the course I'm doing because I took it with an interest. Another thing I would like to add is if you go to college, make sure you make friends with seniors because they're going to be helping you much more than your profs with your last year's question paper and stuff. Make sure you have a good rapport because when I was establishing credibility with the seniors when COVID happened, so make sure you have a rapport with them early on. That's all I'd like to say.
Thank you, Aditya.
Thank you, Aditya. Thank you.
Yeah, so I think I honestly, after hearing everyone, I feel like I took the most boring route, to be honest. I took PCMC in 12th grade, 11th and 12th grade. I finished Harvest there. Then I went to college in Hyderabad, and it's called Mahindra Ecole Central. So it's a relatively new college, and I took computer science. So I feel a little bored compared to everyone else, being so daring and adventurous. But to be honest, I really am enjoying my college experience. I'm currently in my 3rd year, first semester. I've made a close knit of friends, so I'm happy to be with them. Honestly, we all just want to go back to college after this pandemic. And right now, I at first had no idea what I was doing when I was in 2nd semester. But after some time and some self-development, I figured, I went back in time, thought, what do I like the most? And I'm like, I like video game designing. So right now, I'm actually working on that at the moment, taking a lot of courses online because obviously I can't do it offline. And yeah, that's been my journey up until now.
Thank you, Anish. Okay. Yes, Deblina. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm actually back in college right now. So I took BSc Food and Nutrition Science, and it's quite different from the mainstream courses that most people would take. And it took me a really long time to find this college. I'm going to Manipal, but it's in Dubai over here. So the main branch does not have different kinds of courses, and the Manipal that I study at has very different and innovative and new upcoming streams, which will be quite helpful. And I'm liking my experience so far. I haven't been in college for that long since I had to go back right after the first semester because of the pandemic. But it's quite nice. Yeah.
Very nice, Diplina. Yes, Tanmay is here.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Tanmay.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
I'm actually not sure what to talk about, but I was really hoping this year I could start doing lots of stuff in the lab. But again, COVID hit, so right now it's pretty boring, just sitting at home and finishing assignments. And I'm trying stuff in astronomy a lot. So as of now, I'm doing many courses. Basically, it's more of computer astronomy as of now, because you just have data and then you have to scan through that. So right now I'm doing that mostly.
What's your specialization, Tanmay?
As of now, it's computer science. It's computer science, but I am still not sure what to take. And I found astronomy pretty interesting, so I've started moving towards that side.
Oh, okay.
Hi everyone.
Doing great.
I'm probably like a person who's done a course in pretty much anything possible. So I've done science and I've done an arts course in journalism, psychology, and English. And now I'm doing an MBA. So, it's pretty much scattered for me. But I guess like my advice to probably any junior would be that, don't get too intimidated by marks. Like everyone seems to make it look like, marks matter a lot, and if you score bad marks, it's gonna be like pretty much the end of your career and life and things like that. But trust me, it's really not the case. Once you graduate from 12th and get into your graduation and finish that, and you're doing your postgrad, people aren't even gonna probably ask you about your 10th grade marks. So like chill. And I guess I would say that try to develop other skills other than like probably what you're doing in your academics, because that's what actually really counts. Because pretty much everyone is doing their schoolwork and like scoring good grades, but quite a few people are not like actually focusing outside of that. So I guess that would be my advice to people. And yeah, that's about it from my side, I guess.
Thank you, Arjun. Thank you. All the best, Arjun. Aradhya?
Can you hear me? Hello?
We can hear you, Aradhya. Yes.
Yeah, hi ma'am. Hi, it's great to see all you people again. 12th was it was a struggle, but so I ended up taking electronics and communication engineering in SRM Chennai, and that basically involves a lot of microprocessors, chips, and all of this. So I was very discouraged with computer science because I think pretty much whole of 11th and 12th, like I almost kept failing, but 12th end computer science I got like 95, and I was very happy with that. So I took electronics and communication, but then in the end I switched to that's my core subject, but then I'm also working with machine intelligence and artificial intelligence. And I got picked up by the Massachusetts Institute of Technology for machine learning and their machine learning community. So we in the future, we are like a team of 50 people, I guess, spanning across the US and India. And we are hoping to work with the Tamil Nadu government in the near future. At least our side of the development team is hoping to work with the Tamil Nadu government for the predictions. So right now there's a lot of issue with the test results of COVID. Like they take too long and stuff. So we are working on a software that potentially could give you results in like a few minutes or seconds for that matter. And yeah, so that's also our team got picked up by Google as well, and they offered us to work with their software to develop this. But yeah, there were some issues, and then we finally stuck with the government of Tamil Nadu. So like marks are not like, I don't know what to say about marks, because potential 11th and 12th pretty much I almost failed, but then I ended up doing something in that field itself. So like, don't get me wrong, marks are obviously important because they motivate you to study that subject in the future. But yeah, just chill out a bit about the marks and stuff. Yeah, that's about it.
Thank you, Aradhya. I can also see Karthik. Yes, Karthik?
I don't really have anything to talk about, but everybody is in university and I'm still in high school doing IB.
Not at all, Karthik. You should take it as a positive thing because you're learning something different. 1 or 2 years extra doesn't matter. Do what you like. Doesn't matter. If you lose a couple of years, it hardly matters. Because tomorrow, you will be doing what you like. So, do it. What have you taken in IB? What are the subjects that you have taken?
I've taken math, science, English are compulsory, and I've taken economics, art, and Mandarin.
Okay. And what is your, aspiration afterwards?
Not yet decided. Planning for MBA or pilot schooling. That's it.
Okay. Wonderful.
All the best, Karthik. I can also see Deepali. Hi, Deepali.
Hi, good evening, ma'am. It feels so nice to see everyone today, this evening.
Same here.
So, basically, I took biotechnology and I'm at PES University. And initially, I think everyone remembers I was very bad at math. And in 11th grade, like, I did well in every subject except for math. And I still remember Gigi ma'am telling me that, it's possible there have been seniors who weren't good at it, but then they like got back on their feet after doing a lot of practice. So yeah, I did better in 12th. I did not do amazing, but definitely much better than before. And so yeah, I mean, if you take engineering, you cannot escape from math. That is one thing. So currently I have 5 subjects, out of which 3 are only math related. So there's one called bioprocess calculations, in which I can literally not do anything without math. So yeah, that's there. I found very good friends in PES. It's a very homely atmosphere as of now, and there are lots of good special topics I have over here. Like I've taken up forensic graphology. So like I'm also studying forensic sciences right now over here, and yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. It's nice.
Good, Deepali.
Awesome. Very nice.
Hi, Kavya.
Hi, ma'am. I feel kind of unqualified to talk because basically I did PCMB in 11th and 12th, and then I took a gap year for like a lot of reasons, and then yeah, basically I like didn't know what I wanted to do. Still kind of don't, but I was figuring it out. I thought I wanted to do med, and I joined Akash and everything, and like I studied for NEET, but then I realized that I don't want to do med. So I applied to colleges in the US as well, and luckily, like, thank God, I got into UNC Chapel Hill, and they covered my tuition and everything. So that's the college that I chose to go to. Right now, I'm double majoring in computer science and English literature. Yeah, that's about it.
All the best, Kavya.
Thank
You
you.
are one of our toppers. I'm sure you're going to do very well, whatever course you take. All the best.
I hope
God
so.
bless. Hi, Prajwal.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Yes, Prajwal.
I joined Harvest in 11th and I took PCM with computer science and I passed 12th. Then I gave a lot of exams and like I gave BITSAT, I gave mains, and I tried for Manipal. I couldn't clear advance, so I didn't get to IIT. But at the end, I chose to go to BITS Pilani, Dubai campus. And in BITS, currently I'm doing EEE, Electrical and Electronics Engineering. To be honest, I did like, for most people, they choose something because they like it. I chose because like I don't like other subjects as much.
Okay.
Like for example, most of my friends in school know that I was never really good at coding. So I was sure that I did not want computer engineering. That's for sure. Then during the gap before, while I was giving exams and all, I don't know, I suddenly developed an interest towards electrical machines. I want, like everybody, like for example, everybody knows how to use a washing machine or microwave, but I wanted to know what happens inside it. Like, how do you actually make it work? And that's why at the end I decided to take Triple E. And currently I'm in my second year. And yeah, but that's basically it.
Okay, Prajwal, all the best. God bless.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, Minal.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Minal, if that's not very obvious. I just passed out of 12th, so I don't think I have much to contribute except that it was very difficult to get into, to study and stay in a state of to stay in an exam environment. I mean, like that there is going to be future exams coming up for like a really long time. So that was very unnerving during this entire pandemic. But lucky for me, I managed to get into a few places, and I decided to take up CSC with the specialization of cybersecurity, which actually I developed a liking for when me and Tarni ma'am and a couple of my other classmates went to this college called Triple IT for a summer camp. It was a summer camp, and there was this man who was a cybersecurity professional or personnel or whatever, and he gave a very interesting talk, before which I did not know that cybersecurity. I knew it existed, but I didn't know it existed on a large scale, and that it was such an effective field and will be an effective field in the world. So that's what I'm doing.
Sounds very interesting, Minal. All the best.
Thanks, ma'am. Thank you.
Sanya, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm only in 12th, so I don't really have much to talk about either. But I honestly, after 10th, I think I was expected to take science too. And I ended up taking humanities. And I went to Dean's Academy as well, like Tanushi said, for design. But again, as she said, it's a lot of hard work, and I don't think I'm passionate about it anymore. So right now I'm planning on pursuing economics and psychology. Like behavioral economics is a field that interests me a lot. So I'm looking at options for undergrad in India itself, and then I'll probably go abroad for postgrad. But I just wanted to say I really miss Harvest. Like after coming to Dean's, and like it doesn't feel as homely as Harvest did. And if Harvest had humanities, I would have definitely stayed. Yeah.
Just to add on to Sanya's point, I actually agree. Especially the people, they were like super nice, and the teachers, like, love that.
Thank
Okay,
you.
love you guys. Yeah, thank you.
Shivani, go ahead.
Okay, good evening, everyone. So I don't have much to say because I graduated this year, but currently I joined CMS Jain University, and in 12th I actually took PCMC. But actually later on, I didn't want to take engineering because I wasn't really like, I love computers, but I wasn't really very interested in taking up engineering. So currently in Jain, I am doing my I just started my first semester and first year of BBA, Bachelor's in Business Administration. So yeah, my online courses are going on, and I made a lot of friends, and currently I am the CR of my class, like a class representative, so technically I have a lot of burden on me, but apart from that, things are going well, and I'm actually enjoying the course and the people and everything. But yeah, I do miss Harvest, and I do miss my friends, and if COVID was not there, I'm pretty sure we all could have met, like, physically. It would have been so much fun. But yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, dear.
Yeah, Rose.
Ma'am, can you see me? Can you hear
Yes,
me?
yes.
All right, good evening, everyone. So, I was in Harvest till 12th. I surprised everyone by taking science. Everyone knew in 10th that I'm going to be stuck in my own imaginative world and, I don't know, write a book or something. So, I took science, I took PCMB. Let me tell you all, I never passed chemistry. I barely passed math. I even was close to failing bio. So, definitely science was not my cup of tea. But after 12th ended, I looked. I took science in the hope of taking interior design in the future, but right after 10th got over, right after I applied in Harvest again, my parents said, "You're not going anywhere out of Bangalore," and that crushed all my hopes. So yeah, I had to stick with science, and after that, I applied to Christ. They have a course called Psychology, English, and Performing Arts. Um, I've always looked forward to my future, and I said I have to do psychology or I have to do English literature. I have to continue dancing, and I was like, I didn't know it existed. I was so crazy happy when I saw it, and I applied, and I forgot. Actually, no. On the day of my entrance, I couldn't appear. It was online. My internet connection got cut, but interviews happened. I got in. Way better than science. Sorry to all my science teachers. You all knew that I couldn't do it. You're right. But all I have to say is thank you to all my teachers for like pushing me, for telling me that yeah, I have to survive. Even if I don't like it, you gotta survive. Um, so yeah, I've taken psychology, English, and performing arts. I thought this would be a breeze compared to science, but it's its own it has its own set of setbacks. It's not easy. English is not just reading your reading whatever you have and writing about. No, it's Timsi ma'am. I almost failed English. Can you believe it? Yeah.
Now you know.
Psychology is not. I just got my mark, and oh god. um, Psychology is more than just studying about how people react to things, and performing arts is not just dancing all day. There's a whole load of theory which I did not know could be associated with something that's absolutely practical. So yeah, that's all I have to say. I definitely out of this whole science group. Glad I came to Harvest, but even more happier I'm in Christ now.
All the best, Rose. I'm glad you're doing something that you like. Next, children. Yeah.
Good evening, ma'am, principal ma'am, all my seniors. So I passed out of 10th from Harvest, and now I am doing commerce with math in DPS East. And yeah, I don't have much to say about like career and like college and stuff because we haven't gotten there yet. But now we just have online classes going on, and like more than missing school in DPS, I miss Harvest. Every day I think that if I could just go back one day and meet everybody once again, I would love to do that. And about college, I'm more inclined towards doing something in economics.
I think we lost a little bit of connectivity there, some connection problem.
Anoop, yeah.
Yeah, I just passed 12th and college started recently, like in the beginning of August, and I got into Narsimunji Institute of Management, and I have a dual degree of MBA Tech IT. And yeah, next week exams start, and it's already very busy. I don't know what else to talk about apart from that.
Are you enjoying your course, Anu?
So far, yes. I mean, it is
Okay.
kind of hectic, but that is college life after all.
Okay. And how is the college?
I mean, the full experience isn't there yet because it's on an online medium. The college is in Mumbai, and I'm just stuck here in my house.
Oh.
Would have loved to experience that, but oh well.
True. Neil, go ahead. Thank you, Anu.
Good evening, everyone. So I did PCBC in 11th and 12th, and from the beginning, as soon as I joined, I wanted to do medicine, but then towards the end of the 11th, I kind of realized that I don't think I'm that into this. I didn't feel like I had the resolve to push through. And I really started getting into like financial markets and everything. So I was kind of looking into a business course. So what I ended up doing was applying to Christ for the honors course for business. And so far, it's kind of been a breeze because I feel like once you've done science and everything else becomes far more simpler than it needs to be. So I've just been doing that, yeah. And lately, I also realized that in uni, your degree, I feel like it isn't going to give you that much. You need to be equipping yourself with other skills. So I've been doing a lot of like Forex analysis and stuff. And I realized in college that I was pretty good in coding, like I did pretty well in my computers. So what I've been trying to do is create an algorithm bot for Forex. So that's what I've been working on so far. And yeah, that's about it.
All the best.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
All the best, dear.
Ankita?
Good evening, ma'am.
Hi, Ankita.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
So I did my PCMB in Harvest in my 11th and 12th, and now I'm in Christ, and I'm doing my BSc in biotechnology, chemistry, and botany. And I'm really loving the college. Like the infrastructure is great, the campus is lush green, and all our lecturers are like really equipped in their subjects and very helpful. But so far we're having online classes and online exams, and I'm in my 3rd semester now.
Good, Ankita.
Azhar?
Yeah, Azhar, we can see you. Come on.
Hi, ma'am. So I second Kavya saying that I don't think I'm qualified enough to talk here because after 12th, I took a break and due to COVID, it has all delayed all the admission processes and all. So right now, I'm done with all my entrance exams and I've secured admission in Best University. So that's basically it. Yeah. I hope that we find a vaccine or something soon and we can resume college life. Basically, everyone who meets me is like, you're missing out on college life, like how we used to do back in the day. And so that's basically it, yeah.
All the best, Azhar.
Ishita?
Good evening, everyone. So I just passed out of 12th grade this year. I did get admission to a couple of colleges in the US. So I ended up choosing University of Texas in Arlington. I just started the semester at the end of August, and I'm already like loaded with a whole bunch of assignments. It is already kind of stressful, even though it's been around a month. But I do kind of miss. I'm probably planning to take the next semester online as well because of COVID and everything. So I'll probably have to end up doing my first year of college at home. But yeah, I guess that's all I have to say.
Good. Ishita, all the best. Hi, Nidia.
Hello, ma'am. I hope all of you are doing well. So I moved to Alpharetta, Georgia, it's like a suburb, and I moved in the middle of 11th grade. So I started commerce in NPS for 3 months. And yeah, I don't know if that was the best decision. So here I came and I still don't think I've decided what I want to do. So right now I'm taking like subjects all over the place and I hope that for 12th I can figure out what I want to do. As of now, I'm leaning towards like economics research, and I think like Shreya and Tanya told the same thing too. And like Karthik Pandey said that I don't think I felt that sense of community in here as compared to how it was in Harvest and how everyone was like really close and well knit. And I don't think that's there here. Probably that's just because like the number of people in the public school, but yeah.
All the best, Ananya.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'm sure you like it there after some time. Don't worry.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, hi, Adarsh.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Hope you all are doing good. Yes, ma'am. So I'm doing my BCA in Christ University. And as you all know, I wasn't very amazing at computer science in Harvest. But still, I mean, I never paid that much attention to all the classes and I never was a topper and a good student. So I later found out that I didn't give enough opportunity to computer science and I wanted to try learning it. and I found some aspects of computer science that interest me. So I applied for Christ and PES University. I got into PES, and Christ I actually thought I won't get in, because right now it's the number one BCA college in India. So I thought, okay, it's going to be very hard to get in, and I was not very amazing at computers, but by God's grace I got in. And so I'm in my second year now, ma'am. And yeah, that's all. And like, I miss Harvest a lot. Like, it was a different kind of school for me. I was from DPS, and I never participated in everything there. As I came to Harvest, it was like a family, so I could participate in everything, and I tried all the roles that I could, which gave me confidence. So I'm doing my best in Christ. Thank you.
Good. And what about music, Adarsh? What about music?
Yes, ma'am. So like photography and music are still part of my life, and I'm still working on both of them in Christ, and hope it's going to be a great.
All the best, Adarsh. God bless.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Yes, next.
Yes, Nihal. Nihal is ready.
Hi, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yeah.
So I think I left Harvest 2010, and then I pursued commerce in Christ itself. And yet again, I've joined Christ for another 3 years. Thankfully, because of the lockdown, I think Christ was one of the first universities to open admissions. So I did join Christ. I was looking for Manipal and Joseph's, but I think at the time they didn't really open admissions. By the time I got into Christ itself, I think they just started opening other colleges, and it's kind of unfortunate that it decided so late. But I did want to go to Manipal. I wanted to do either hotel management or media studies, but thankfully in Christ I got into media studies for another 3 years. So I think I'll be seeing others a lot more often, because we try to meet others. I tried to meet him for the past 2 years. I don't think really worked out, but yeah, that's about me in short.
Great, Nihal. Congratulations. Very happy for you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Varsha. Yeah, Varsha wants to talk next.
Hi, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, Varsha. Yes.
So hi. I just finished my 12th grade in Harvest. I had taken science. I did PCMC. I was initially planning to do architecture, but then I had a very late realization that my main interest did not lie in architecture. So I did a complete course.
I think there is some connectivity issue there.
Sriram.
I did PCMC at Harvest, like most of you, and yeah, I left Harvest in 12th, obviously. So then I went to this place called Acharya Institute of Technology. Then I'm doing EC now. So like growing up, I always knew like my limitation that one thing or the other I should I should work hard. I'm not like the others. I have to be I have to study. Like I've heard people say they could grasp topics in minutes, and it take me days, hours together. And then going to college, I understood all these people study the day before, which I was not a part of. I never could do that. I panic. I get anxious. So I lead a very systematic life. I do everything. Along with that, I just go really slow. That way, yeah, I'm doing fine. We have online classes and everything going now. So eventually this will end and we can go back to college.
Thank you, Sai.
Wonderful, Sai.
Thank you.
Miss you. Yeah.
Yeah. Shreya wants to. Yeah.
Sorry. Hi, ma'am, teachers. How are you guys?
Fine.
When I seeing you, Tanya ma'am, Timsi ma'am.
Hi.
Yes. Ma'am. How are you all?
All doing fine.
Yeah. Sorry I joined so late. I was in like a group meeting. Yeah. So I go to Washington University in St. Louis. I am majoring in microbiology and health management on the pre-med track. So after 4 years, I'll do medicine. It's pretty stressful just because it's pretty competitive, and definitely high anxiety levels.
and made me miss school, just because college is just like living by yourself, not with your parents anymore. So it was definitely something that was very different from what I was used to, because I was doing everything by myself. But I mean, I absolutely do not regret going there, because just so many experiences, and I definitely feel like a more confident, mature person. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
What about Srinath? Shreya?
He goes to Northeastern University in Boston, and he is majoring in computer science. I think he's in his senior year now, so after that he's like getting a job. He's starting to apply to jobs now, and then after that he wants to go to California for a software job, and he's very happy. He's definitely made a lot of friends, and he's very happy with where he is. Yeah. He told me to specifically tell all the teachers, be like, he's very sorry you couldn't make it. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Shreya.
Yes.
Thank you, Shreya. All the best.
Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Next, we have a very young and dynamic managing director, Ms. Aishita, with a small note for your young entrepreneurs. Aishita online.
Hi everyone. I popped in and popped out some time ago. It was nice. I think I was listening to Kasturi talk and Nakul talk at that point when I popped in, and Vishal. It was great to hear such varied views on what kind of fields you'll have gone into. So it's amazing. And when we hear stories like engineering, medicine, so basic, y'all are like breaking the boundaries. So it's really nice to hear, the stories from your side. I wish I could have attended the whole thing, but it was great hearing from you guys. And I want to wish you all the best for whatever you are planning to achieve and go forward in life.
I now call upon our beloved principal, Ms. Suryavati, to address the gathering.
Good evening, everybody. And it was so heartening to hear all of you about your experiences. Though my association with all of you is limited, but I can certainly feel what all of you were feeling, because recently I had an opportunity to catch up with with my schoolmates, and then there were these small things which we were discussing, and then it was so elating. I mean, we were so happy discussing those small things. We wish we could have had this meeting in person at school, so that you would have had those memories of various corners, various places where you all had those moments. Anyway, but I think I should thank Dakshayani ma'am for this wonderful idea that we should do it, and then Tarunya and Timsi taking it forward. So coming to the point, why this alumni meet is important for all of us, because it definitely is one of the best days at school, when you are in school, and when you and a platform like this, when all of us meet and talk. And as teachers, we all feel so proud when we see the seed which we have sown, and the kind of maturity with which all of you were talking. And so many of you have taken these obstacles in life and challenges in life, and yet you're going ahead with such confidence to achieve things. So you all would have realized by now that the world outside is not how it is at school. At school we are all protected and taken care of everything. So once you go out there, you know that the world is different, and then you are left on your own, and you'll have to take your decisions and make your friends and all those things, and you all would have experienced. I also wish that your juniors would have been here in this meeting, so that they would have taken lots of lessons from what you all have spoken this evening. So you as an alumni is a link between our generation as teachers and all of us at Harvest, and the other generation which is sitting in the classrooms right now, and are the students there. So you are a link, and this is a platform. These kind of meetings is a platform where you share your successes, your story, you tell your stories, what have been in your mind, like how you did this evening. Also probably tell these students as to how to apply what they've learned in the class, how the skills are important, as some of you have mentioned, as which colleges they should try, which again some of you have shared this morning. Also maybe how to write a statement of purpose. Also talk to your teachers and tell them where the world is, and what are certain things that we as teachers have to add to our instruction. So all these things, I think, form the reason for why we all have to, meet. Yes. And one of the most important thing, if anybody asks you that you could give to somebody, which is very difficult, we would say that it is time. It is easy to give somebody a 50 rupees, but it is very hard to spend the same 50 minutes with that particular person. So as alumni, you are the founders of this school, especially being the base, and you have to give back something to the school. And all we would want is this difficult thing which I mentioned, the time. So thank you for taking time this evening, joining all of us here, and then sharing your experiences and connecting to all of us here. And God bless you all. And it's been pleasure meeting all of you, and all the best in your future. Thank you, Timsi.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. I think Suchita has something to tell us. Suchita, online?
Yeah, hi, ma'am.
Yes.
So guys, I'm gonna give the vote of thanks, and also I just wanted to say that this has been such a great experience, seeing my juniors who I didn't get to see after school, and getting to know what my friends are doing, because we are not really in touch as much. But yeah, it's a great experience. So it's an honor for me to express my gratitude to all the teachers and the students present here for a virtual alumni meet. That's the first time we had it, and it was a great, successful evening. It was great seeing all of you after so long. And I, Sucheta, on behalf of the school management and all the alumni present here, would like to extend a heartful gratitude to all the teachers and the staff members who organized this successful evening. Thanks to all the speakers who took their time out to share their inputs and experiences. It was great listening to all of you and knowing what you all are doing in life right now, and especially making it through college and school. It's great listening to all of you. We are sincerely grateful to all to our principals, Dakshani ma'am and Suryavati ma'am, without whom this meet wouldn't have taken place for sure. And I specifically want to thank the people who have been the backbone of the event. That's Tanya ma'am and Timsi ma'am. Thank you guys so much for organizing the event and cooperating with the school management and the alumni, because it's a difficult task to get all the alumni and the school management at the same level. Furthermore, acknowledging our gratitude to Director Aishita for her constant support. I cannot thank the vice principals and all the teachers enough for their involvement in the meet. It's been great. And finally, thank you to all the alumni for coming on and for your cordial cooperation. It's been a great time.
Thank you, Suchita. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. So, and finally, let's conclude with our school song that you all grew up singing.
Timsi, before that, I would want ma'am to add on after listening to all this, just the final concluding thoughts.
Yes, Dakshani ma'am.
Thank you, Surya. It's wonderful to see all the kids so charged up and, spending almost 1.5 hours here just to be with each other. It's wonderful. I know that it is a little bit of effort. You would have adjusted all your you've been here, but it's been awesome for all of us to be like this. Let us keep in touch. Another thing is, there is a lot to learn from you guys, because at this age, you have really gone through some experiences and you have held your head high and done what you wanted to. And I'm very, very sure that you will all be successful and make all of us proud. And basically, remember one thing, be what you are. Never change. Stick to what you want to, and you will definitely do extremely well. Let us meet at least once in 6 months. And like IIMs and IITs, we'll have a very strong networking, probably after a few years, and you'll be able to help all your friends who come into either your colleges or the places of work or whatever you can form a good bond and you can be in touch with each other. And that's what alumni is meant for. And keep in touch, and in case you require any kind of help which you feel that we can do, we are always there. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
We want to sing at the top of our voices. We want to sing from the bottom of our hearts. We want to shout to the world and all the people of our school, and the students will be heard. Just like green on the leaves of the sprouting seeds, we are tender and young and bright. They get the sunlight and water through, and they turn to yellow when they ripe. We are the future and pride of the nation. We are the joy to the earth and the skies. We are the hope of a new generation, an amazing creation to be proud. Harvest, harvest, though we're bound to be the best. Harvest, harvest, though we're all us dearest.
Thank you all. Thank you, children. God bless. We'll take leave now. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, teachers.